If there is a bowl in your kitchen right now that you fill with love every single day, I need you to stay with me, because there is a real chance that one of the things you are putting in it is quietly harming the cat sleeping in the next room. Not in a dramatic, obvious way, not with a cough or a cry that sends you running to the phone. It happens slowly, on the inside, in the liver, the kidneys, the red blood cells, in places you cannot see until the damage is already done. And the cruelest part, the part that has broken my heart more times than I can count, is that the people who do this are never careless owners. They are the ones who love their cats the most. They share their food. They give the little bites at dinner. They spoil them. And that love, without the right information, is exactly what puts these animals on my exam table. I have spent decades in a clinic, and I have lost count of the cats I have watched decline from things their families believed were harmless treats. So before you feed your cat one more meal, I am going to walk you through the everyday foods and habits that do the most silent damage, in the order that I see them hurt cats the most. Some of these are going to surprise you. One of them is probably in your pantry right this second, and another one is something almost every cat owner in America does without a second thought. Keep watching, because the last two are the ones that send the most cats to the emergency room, and I'm going to tell you exactly what to do instead. Here's what you have to understand about cats first, and it is the reason all of this stays hidden for so long. Cats are not small dogs. They descend from desert hunters, and evolution wired them to hide weakness. In the wild, a cat that looks sick becomes a target, so a cat in pain will purr, will groom, will curl up and act almost normal until it physically cannot anymore. By the time you notice your cat is off, the illness is often weeks or months down the road. This is why I'm so protective of what goes into the bowl. With cats, prevention is not one option among many. It is almost the only real defense you have. Because so many of you have asked me over the years to put all of my feeding rules and my safe food lists and my little at-home routines in one place, I finally sat down and created a complete guide. It has my full list of foods to avoid, the safe human foods you can actually share, and in what amounts, my hydration tricks, and the simple daily habits I recommend to keep a cat's kidneys and liver healthy for life. If your cat's well-being matters to you, this is the one thing I would want in your hands, and you can get it through the link in the description or in the pinned comment. Now let me get straight into it, because you need to know these. The first one, and the one I beg every client to take seriously, is onion and garlic. And before you say you would never feed your cat an onion, understand that this almost never happens as a whole onion. It hides. It hides in the gravy you spooned over their food, in the bite of your rotisserie chicken that was rubbed with garlic and onion powder, in baby food you gave a sick cat to tempt their appetite, in deli turkey, in broth, and worst of all, in those garlic supplements people buy believing they repel fleas. Onions and garlic contain compounds that attack a cat's red blood cells and cause them to rupture, a condition called Heinz body anemia. Garlic is roughly 5 times more concentrated than onion, so it takes even less. As little as 1 gram per 5 pounds of body weight can start causing damage, and a single clove is enough to make a small cat sick. The signs come days later: pale gums, weakness, faster breathing, sometimes reddish or brown urine. If your cat ever eats anything seasoned, that seasoning is the danger, not the meat. The second is one that hurts me because it comes straight out of the cartoons we all grew up with, and that is milk and dairy. The image of a cat lapping a saucer of milk is one of the most wrong ideas in pet care. Almost every adult cat is lactose intolerant. As kittens, they produce an enzyme called lactase to digest their mother's milk, but as they grow up, most of them stop making it. So when you give an adult cat cow's milk, cheese, or ice cream, that undigested lactose sits in the gut, ferments, and pulls water into the intestines. The result is gas, cramping, and diarrhea. And in a small cat, a bad bout of diarrhea means dehydration, which stresses the kidneys, the very organ cats already struggle with as they age. If you want to give your cat something special, plain water or a little bit of plain cooked meat with no seasoning is far kinder than any dairy. The third one is the one hiding in nearly every American home, and it is canned tuna. Not the cat food kind, the tuna you eat, given as a meal or given every single day. Cats become obsessed with it, and I understand why owners lean on it. But human tuna was never built for a cat's body. It carries mercury that accumulates over months. It is loaded with unsaturated fats without enough vitamin E to balance them, and over time that can trigger a painful inflammatory condition called steatitis, or yellow fat disease, where the cat's own fat becomes inflamed and even the lightest touch hurts them. On top of that, a tuna-only diet lacks the taurine, calcium, and vitamins a cat needs, so you slowly create deficiencies while the cat is eating enthusiastically. A tiny bit of tuna as an occasional treat, say 1 teaspoon once in a while, is fine. As a habit, it is one of the quietest ways to hurt a cat over the long run. The fourth one is a mistake I see from the most well-meaning families, the ones trying to save money or simplify, and that is feeding cats dog food. They look similar in the bag, but they are built for two completely different animals. Cats are obligate carnivores. They require taurine, an amino acid that dog food is not required to contain in the amounts a cat needs. When a cat runs low on taurine, the heart muscle weakens into a condition called dilated cardiomyopathy, and the retinas begin to degenerate, leading to blindness. The tragedy is that both of these can be silent for a long time, and then show up suddenly as a cat in heart failure, or a cat bumping into furniture. Dog food is not a substitute for even a few weeks. A cat needs food formulated for cats, period. The fifth one surprises the health-conscious crowd, the owners moving their cats to raw or fresh diets, and that is raw fish. Cooked, plain fish in tiny amounts is one thing, but raw fish contains an enzyme called thiaminase that destroys thiamine, which is vitamin B1. A cat running low on thiamine develops neurological problems, a wobbly walk, a head that tilts, dilated pupils, and in severe cases, seizures. It can come on faster than people expect, sometimes within a couple of weeks of regular raw fish feeding. If you love the idea of fish for your cat, it should be cooked, boneless, and occasional, never a raw staple. The sixth one is not a single food at all, it is a habit, and it may be the most common silent killer in this entire list. It is feeding only dry food and never thinking about water. Remember, cats came from the desert and they evolved to get most of their moisture from the prey they ate. Their thirst drive is weak. A cat on dry kibble alone often lives in a state of mild, constant dehydration, and over the years that concentrated urine sets the stage for crystals, bladder stones, and urinary blockages. In male cats especially, a full blockage is a true emergency that can end a life within a day or two. If your cat strains in the litter box, goes in and out without producing urine, or cries while going, that is a race against the clock. The fix is simple and powerful. Add wet food, use a water fountain because moving water invites them to drink, and place several water bowls away from the food and the litter. More water in a cat is more years. The seventh one grows out of pure affection, and that is overfeeding and the endless stream of treats. It sounds gentle, but an overweight cat is not a happy accident. It is a cat at real risk. Extra weight drives feline diabetes, arthritis, and one of the most dangerous conditions I treat, hepatic lipidosis or fatty liver disease. Here is the cruel twist with cats. If an overweight cat suddenly stops eating for even 2 or 3 days, their body floods the liver with fat, and the liver can begin to fail. So obesity is dangerous, and the crash diet people try in a panic is dangerous too. The rule I give my clients is that treats should make up no more than about 10% of what a cat eats in a day, and meals should be measured, not left out all day for grazing. A lean cat lives longer, moves better, and hurts less. That is not my opinion. That is decades of watching it play out. The eighth one is short, but I will not skip it because it is deadly and it hides in fruit bowls and trail mix, and that is grapes and raisins. We do not fully understand the mechanism yet, but in both dogs and cats, they can trigger sudden kidney failure, and there is no safe amount, I can promise you. Keep them completely away from your cat. And now the two I warned you about, the ones that fill emergency clinics. The first is human pain medication. Please, never give your cat a Tylenol, an Advil, an aspirin, or anything from your own medicine cabinet to ease their pain. Acetaminophen, the drug in Tylenol, is uniquely lethal to cats because their bodies lack a specific enzyme needed to process it. A single regular strength tablet can kill a cat. It starves their blood of oxygen and destroys the liver, and it moves fast. If your cat is hurting, the answer is a phone call to your vet, never a pill from your shelf. The second is not food, but it comes into the home as a gift, and every cat owner needs to hear it. Lilies. The lily in a bouquet on your counter, the Easter lily, the tiger lily, the daylily. Every part of that plant is poisonous to cats, the petals, the leaves, the pollen, even the water in the vase. A cat that brushes against the flower and then grooms the pollen off their fur can go into acute kidney failure. If you own a cat, true lilies should never come through your front door, and if you ever suspect your cat touched one, that is an emergency measured in hours, not days. So take a slow look at your cat's bowl tonight, and at your counters, and at your medicine cabinet, and picture the small changes you can make starting with the very next meal. Fresh water in more than one place. Cat food made for cats. Treats measured, not endless. The seasoned human food kept on your plate and off theirs. None of this is complicated, and all of it adds up to years. I want to be clear with you before I go. I am a veterinarian, but I am not your cat's veterinarian, and this video is meant to inform you, not to replace a real exam. Every cat is an individual, and if your cat is showing any sign of illness, or if you think they have eaten something on this list, please do not wait, and please do not guess. Call your own veterinarian or an emergency clinic right away. You know your cat better than anyone. Trust that, act early, and give them the long, comfortable life they came into your home hoping for.